Hello students, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to solve the remaining two questions of AS paper. So here's your paper. October, November 2023, paper 22. We have already done this question. Question number 1 and question number 2, we have already done. Now we are going to start question number 3, which is a question of sale ledger control account. Okay, Malik prepared a sale ledger control account for July 2023. However, the balance of the control account did not agree with the total of the customer's account balances in the sale ledger. He provided the following information. Acha. This information is related to control account and these were the errors we are given. Okay, what we have to do in this question? We have to prepare a sale ledger control account, but we have to taking into account the errors discovered. Prepare the sale ledger control account for July, taking into account the errors discovered. Okay, dates are not required. Okay, thank you. Now see, sale ledger control account is basically account receivable control account or debtors control account. It is being treated as a current asset account. So what we do, we take all the balances. Okay, now the opening balance, here is the opening balance. Okay, so this is an asset account. So this balance is going to be reported on the debit side, 76,250. Okay. Balance BD 76,250. Okay. Now, all those items which are increases, which increase account receivable or debtors or trade receivable, we are going to debit. And those are all those items which are responsible to decrease account receivable or debtors account or trade receivable account, we are going to credit. See, contra 420. So this contra is going to decrease. So we'll report it on the credit side. Okay. Contra 420. Okay. Then sales journal 69,000. 69,634. I don't think we have an error in this amount. The balance of sales ledger customer's account had been undercast. Okay. Sales return. No, there is no error. So we will direct report 69,634 as sales. Sales increases. Sorry. Sales increases are receivables. So sales is going to be reported on the debit side, 69,634. Okay. Customers check dishonored 22. Okay. But here one thing is left. A further dishonored check from a customer 215 had not been entered into the cash book. It means the data from the cash book of $22 for customers checks dishonored is incomplete. So the complete amount is 22 plus 215. 237. Customers checks when get dishonored, it increases trade receivable or debtors account. So we'll write it over here. Bank 237. Done? Okay. Now, discount allowed. Here, discount allowed 892. Discount allowed also decreases debtors account. So it is going to be created discount allowed here. Spelling mistake. Discount allowed. Okay. It is going to be reported here. Discount allowed. Sorry, I forgot the amount. 892. 891. Okay. Then we have irrecoverable debts 410. Okay, there was also there is another return of account. A journal entry to write off a customer account balance of $95 as irrecoverable debt had been correctly entered in the general ledger but had been posted to debit side of a customer's account. This error does not belong to control account. Okay, getting my point? This error does not belong to control account. So we'll write irrecoverable debt 410 because irrecoverable debts also decreases traders or debtors account. So here we are going to write irrecoverable debt. $410. Getting my point clear? Okay. Next item. Cash receipts from credit customers from cash book 74,180. And I don't think so. We have any other 74,180. Okay. So it is going to be reported here. Bank. $74,180. Okay. Because when we receive, the debtor account is decreased. Okay. Then sales return journal. Okay. Sales return journal is showing 2090, but there is an error of sales return journal here. It says the total of the sales return journal has been overcast by 580. So it means we have to reduce the amount of sales journal 2090 minus 580. It means 1510 is going to be reported. Sales return also decreases debtors account. So we'll report on the credit side sales returns. That was 1510, the rectified amount. Done? Okay. So this is all. Now what we have to do, we have to take the totals here. First, we have to report balance CD, but balance CD can only be calculated by taking the difference of the two sides. So first we have to get the total over here, 76,250, 76,050 plus 69,634 plus 237, 146,121, 146,121, 121. All right. Now subtract all the credit item from total of debits, minus 420, minus 892, minus 410, minus 74,118, minus 1510. So balance CD is 68,771. 68,771. So we'll get the total here, 146,121. 121. Okay. And all my beloved students, please be careful whenever you find out a balance CD, please report balance BD as well. Okay. Don't forget to report balance BD here, or you will lose 1 mark. 68,771. This is complete, and you get 9 marks over here. Okay. Now, the thing is, still, the list of customer account balances extracted from sale ledger is 69,211. Still, it does not match with the control account closing balance CD. So what we have to do next, see what they ask for. We have to report errors over here, which are going to affect. Okay. Now see. First, we have to find out which errors are going to affect. Okay. This error. The balance of sale ledger customer account had been undercast by 300. When we were getting the totals of all the customers' individual T accounts, or in American accounting, we call it subsidiary ledger of customers, the totals were undercast by 300. So it means we have to increase here. First error. First error. And we have to increase totals by 300. Okay. Now, second, that error has been settled in our control account. So error 2, we are not going to report here. Okay. A general entry to write off a customer account balance of 95 as irrecoverable had been correctly entered in general but had been posted to the debit side of the customer account. When we have debit, it means again we have increased the customer's account. We were supposed to write off, but we have increased. So when we enter on the wrong side of any T account, we have to come back by double amount. So we have to decrease the customer's account by 190. Error number 3. We have to decrease by 190. Okay. Now, this error. Error 3. Okay. Error 4. This error. A check received from a customer 320 had been correctly entered in the cash book but had been posted to the debit side of the customer as 230. So it means we have to create customer by 230 and we have to create the customer by 320 as well. 230 for rectification of error, 320 the original amount. So that makes 550. When the customer is paying, the total of the customer is going to decrease. So we have to, again, this error number 4, we are going to decrease customer's account by 550. Okay? Getting my point clear? So the totals here. Corrected balance. Okay, sorry, they have given that. Okay, the corrected balance we have to report here. How? We have to increase 300 and we have to decrease 190 and 550. So total decrease would be 440. So the correct amount would be 69,211 minus 440. The amount is 68,771. See. The balance will be 68,771. 68,771, and we got 13 lots. 9 from here and 4 from here. Okay. Two limitations of preparing a control account. A control account shows the arithmetical accuracy, but it is not the guarantee of having all the things correct. Okay. Oh. Andreas owns a business manufacturing bicycles. The business operates 2 production department, machining and assembly, and 2 service departments, store and maintenance. Following information is available for 1 bicycle. Okay, direct material, direct labor, and machine department, direct labor assembly department, hours, machine hours in machining department, and machine hours in assembly department. Okay. Total budgeted overhead for the year: indirect wages, factory rents and rate, and machine overheads. Okay. This information is available about production and service departments, floor space, number of orders, maintenance callouts, budgeted direct labor hours, budgeted machine hours, number of indirect employees. Okay. Machine overheads are apportioned on the basis of machine hours. Okay. Oh, apportionment. Oh, it's very wonderful. Now we have to apportion indirect wages, but on what basis? So we'll move again. I think the best of apportioning the indirect labor is use number of indirect employees. So if we get the total of indirect employees 4 plus 12 plus 2 plus 2, it means we have 20 total employees. So we will divide the cost of indirect labor on the basis of number of direct employees. Getting my point clear? So how to calculate this? See, indirect wages is $420,000. Okay. $420,000. Indirect wages. Okay, indirect wages $420,000. Okay. So what we do, we are calculating for machining department. There are the total cost is 420,000 multiplied by 4 divided by 20. This is the way of calculating. So 420,000 multiplied by 4 divided by 20, and we get the answer 84,000 here. So we have apportioned on the basis of number of employees working in different department. Now come to assembly. For assembly, we'll calculate how. Okay. In assembly, we have, again, the cost is 420,000 multiplied by 12 employees. There are 12 employees. So multiply by 12 divided by 20. 12 upon 20. So that would be how much? 4,20,000 multiplied by 12 divided by 20. 252,000. That total cost. Okay. 252,000. 252,000. Okay. Now move. Okay, machine assembly. Then we have stores. Okay, stores, we have 2 employees. Stores means we have 2 employees, means multiply by 2 divided by 12. 420,000 multiplied by 2 divided by 20. Divided by 20 is equal to 42,000. Okay. Then we have the last, again, 2, that means we don't need to calculate for maintenance department because it also has 2 employees, so their amount would be 42,000. Okay. So this is how we have apportioned indirect wages between, among four departments, to production, to service. Now factory rent and rates we have to divide. So factory rent and rates should be divided on the basis of floor space. This is the best floor space. Getting my point clear? So what we have to do? Okay. Rent and rates, $30,000. Okay. On the basis of floor space. So floor space is how much? 4,000 plus 5,600 plus 1,800 plus 600. So total floor space is 12,000 square meters. 12,000 or square meters total. So machining department, so $30,000 multiplied by 4,000 divided by 12,000. So how much it would be? 30,000 multiplied by 4,000 divided by 12,000. So that would be 10,000. Out of 30,000, 10,000 has a portion to machining department. Okay. So what about assembly department? Assembly department, again, 30,000. We have to divide. Achha, the area is 5,600. Okay, multiply by 5,600 divided by 12,000. So that would be 30,000 multiplied by 5,600 divided by 12,000. So that is 14,000. Okay. Out of 30,000, 14,000 is given to the assembly department. Okay. Now move. Okay. Then we have stores. Again, we have to divide 30,000 multiply by store area is 1,800 divided by total area for 12,000 and we'll get how much? यहाँ पे एक zero ज़्यादा लगा दिए. Okay. 30,000 multiplied by 1,800 divided by 12,000. 4,500. $4,500 a portion to. Okay. Now 30,000 total minus 10,000 minus 14,000 minus 4,500. It means the remaining is 1,500. We can use the formula of which we were following, or we can do it by subtracting. Okay. Now we have machine overheads. Machine overheads will be divided only between production departments. It has nothing to do with service department and stores. So machine overheads, they have strictly said machine overheads are machine overhead a portion of the machine hours. Now machine hours total, the budgeted amount, the budgeted amount which we were supposed to divide was how much? $22,000. $22,000 and okay. So our cost was $22,000. Okay. Now machine hours total for the two departments will be how much? 34,300. 34,300 plus 25,700. That means 60,000. Okay. So how divide for machining department? $22,000 is supposed to be divided. The area of the budgeted machine hours for machining department is 34,300 divided by 60,000. The total machine hours. That would be 22,000 multiplied by 34,300 divided by 60,000. So that would be 12,576.6. So we'll write it 12,577. We are giving it a round of figure. Okay, we don't need to calculate for the second one because this is 14,000, sorry, 12,577. So out of 22,000 minus 12,577, 9,423 left for the other department. It's very simple. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to get the total overheads. So total overheads here, 472. Okay, 472. We have to get the totals. We have done for the first column. We have to calculate for the second column. 84,000 plus 10,000 plus 12,577. It's 106,577. 106,577. Okay. Now here, get the totals. 252,000 plus 14,000 plus 9,423. That would be 275,423. Now here, 46,500. Here, 43,500. Okay. Now, we have to reapportion stores cost to these two production departments, which are our cost centers. Always remember, service department are not cost centers. So we have to reapportion the cost of stores and maintenance to the two cost centers, machining and assembly department. Okay. So how we are going to apportion store? Cost is 46,500. Yeah. The cost we have 46,500 for stores, and I think stores should be apportioned on the basis of number of orders from a store. So how much the total is? 2,100 plus 1,600 plus 500. That means 4,200 orders from the store. Okay. So machining. How much? 46,500 multiplied by 2,100 divided by 4,200. Then we get the amount for 46,500 multiplied by 2,100 divided by 4,200. 23,250 is assigned to machining department. 23,250. Okay. For assembly department, 46,500 multiplied by 1,600 divided by 4,200. 46,500 multiplied by 1,600 divided by 4,200. The answer is 17,714. Okay, 17,714. Okay. Now, out of 46,500, we have given 23,250 to machining department, 17,000, 46,500 minus 23,250 minus 17,714. We are left with 5536. So that would be a portion to the maintenance department. 5536. You don't need to calculate, we can easily deduct from it. And this 46,500 has been divided and finished. Okay. See? So again, we get the totals here. 472,000. 106,557. 106,557 plus 23,250. 106,557. 106,577 plus 23,250. 129,827. 129,827. Here 275,423. 275,423 plus 17714. 293,137. Okay. Here it is 0. In accounting, we always write 0 like this. Okay. And here 43,500 plus 5536 means 49036. 49036. Okay. Now we have to apportion maintenance now. 49036. So 49036. We have to divide. And now, what would be the best? Oh, maintenance call out, 210 or 40 to 50. Total 250 call outs. So we'll divide maintenance call outs. The maintenance, we reapportion the maintenance cost on the basis of number of orders. Now maintenance call outs. Okay. So for machining, total call outs 210 divided, first cost 49,036 multiplied by 210 divided by 250. So how much? Multiply by 210 divided by 250. So that would be 41,190. 41,190. Okay, so how much left? 49,036 minus 41,190. It means 7,846. Here it is. And this amount has been reapportioned. 49,036. So, okay, now total overhead cost 472,000. Total for machining department now after apportionment and reapportionment 129,827 plus 41,190. That means 171,017. 171,017. And for assembly department, 293,137 plus 7,846, 300, 983, 300, 983. Done, and we got 6 marks. This is complete. Now we have to calculate overhead absorption rate for each production department using suitable basis. For machining department, what we have to do? Okay. Total overhead cost is how much? 171,017. Okay. I think we have to go back. For machining, we have the best is machining department on the basis of machine hours. Okay. 34,300. Divided by 34,300. 34,300 machine hours. So we'll get the rate is equal to dollar 171,017 divided by 34,300 means 4.985. So $4.99 per machine hour. Okay. Now for assembly department, we have the cost is how much? 300, 983. 300, 983 divided by, I think assembly department, which basis should we use for assembly department? I think labor hours, best. This labor hours. Getting my point? Okay. For machining department, we have used machine hours. And for labors, we'll use this hour 77,700. $77,700, and we'll get the rate here is equal to 309.83 divided by 77700. The answer is $3.87 per labor hour. $3.87 per labor. Okay. And we got 4 marks. Yes. Calculate the over or under absorption of overhead for each production department. Now we got the actual results for 31st August 2023. Total overheads. Okay. What we have to do? Okay. We'll write over here machining department and assembly department. Now actual overhead. Machining department $226,952. $267,465. What about absorb overhead? Absorb overhead, machining department. Uh, 44,120 actual hours multiplied by what was the rate we have calculated for machining department? 4.99. 4.99. $4.99. So it should be how much? Actual hours 44,120 multiplied by $4.99. It should be 220 158. 158.159. Okay. So how would we say about it? What would we say about it? That we have under absorbed this. So this is under absorbed. How much? 226,952. 226,952 minus 220,159,6793 under absorbed. 6,793. Okay, and this is under absorbed. Okay. Now come to the other department, that is assembly. What about assembly? The actual labor hours is 72,580. 72,580. 70,580. Okay. Now, dollar 267,465. Now multiply by what was the rate we suggested for? Multiply by the rate we have for assembly department. The rate was 3.87. 3.87. 3.87. So we get here absorb overhead how much? 72,580 multiplied by 3.87, and we get 280,885. Oh, so many 280,885. So here we have over absorb. Okay, how much? 267,465 minus 280,885. 13,420 over absorb. 13,420, and this is okay. Now, okay. Andreas has been approached by a new customer wishing to make a special order for 120 bicycles with modifications to the customer's own specification. Okay. in order to complete the order, the following would apply to for the manufacture of one bicycle. The total material cost would increase by 30%. So what is the material cost? See, 46.5 multiplied by 130%. So material cost would be how much? 45.6 multiplied by 130%. $59.28. Done? The first thing we have done. $59.28. Okay. 59.28. Direct materials. How much? Dollar. 29.28. 29.28. Okay. Done. Okay. What are the other direct costs? Direct labor. Direct labor is $10 per hour normally. And for 30 minutes. And it takes 30 minutes, direct labor, in machining department. So what we do, we have to observe the changes. What are the changes? The direct labor hours in the machinery department will increase by 50%. And an additional 15 minutes of direct labor hours would be required in the assembly department. So in that case, what happens? Here, 50% increase means if we take 150, 30 minutes multiplied by 150%, that is 45 minutes. Get it? And this direct labor in assembly department would be how much? 15 minutes more means 120 minutes. Got it? Okay, these are the changes. Any other thing? Due to workers in the assembly department already working at full capacity, these workers would have to work overtime to complete the order at a premium of 25% on usual direct labor rate. So their usual rate is how much? $12. So that would increase to 125%. So $12 multiplied by 125%, it means now their rate would be $15. Okay. Getting my point clear? So what we do now, because we are asked to make only the direct cost, so direct materials plus direct labor. Direct labor. Okay. Direct material plus direct labor. Direct labor in machining department. Okay. How much that was? $10 multiplied by 45 minutes. Okay. $10 for 45 minutes. कहाँ जा रहा हूँ भाई? $10 multiplied by 45 minutes. 45 minutes means 75%. Multiply by 10. So that would be $7.5. $7.5. Okay. Now direct labor. For assembly department. Okay, their rate was increased to $15 multiplied by 120 minutes. 120 minutes means 2 hours. So that would be $30. So total direct cost would be how much? 59 or 30? 9.28 plus 7.5 plus 30. That is 96.78 direct cost. Total direct cost 96.78. This is total direct cost. Done? Okay. In order to remain competitive, Andreas wishes to achieve a 30% gross margin on all work. Okay. Profit margin 130%. 30% gross profit margin. Prepare a statement to show the total selling price that Andreas should quote to customers in order to achieve a 30% gross profit margin. Okay. So what we have to do? Okay. Now see. Direct cost. We already know direct cost. We have already calculated direct cost here, 96.78, and the order is for 120 bicycles. So what will direct cost? 100 and for 120 bicycles multiply by direct cost 96.78. That would make the total direct cost how much? Dollar 11,614. 11,613.6. Okay. This is the direct cost. Okay, now machine department for it. Okay, now rate is, we have calculated na rate. What was the rate? Here is the rate. $4.99 per machine hour. Okay, 4.99 per machine hour. Dollar 4.99 per machine hour. So machine department works on machine hours. So machine hours in machine department 20 minutes per bicycle. So it means we have to take here multiply by 20 minutes, multiply by 20 minutes. Okay. Oh. Okay. Multiply by 20 minutes and for 120 bicycles. Okay. 4.99 multiply by 20 divided by 60. 1/3. So 4.99 multiplied by 120 divided by 3. $199.6. $199.60. Now, indirect cost for assembly department. Assembly department. OX. The rate we have calculated here, that was 3.87, and labor hours, machine hours labor hours. So in because the assembly department based on labor hours and each labor is taking 120 minutes. So we will calculate on the basis of 120. Okay. So here dollar 3.87 multiply by 120 minutes multiply by 120 biseconds. Okay, that would be 3.87 multiplied by 120 and 3.87 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 120. That would be 928.8. 928.8. 928.80. This is cost from the machine assembly department. Okay. Now total cost, total direct and indirect cost would be here 11,613.6 plus 199.6 plus 928.8. 12,742. 12,000 per pound. 12,742. 12,742. Okay. Now the problem is gross margin we are given, not gross markup. Gross margin is 30%. So how much profit should be added? Okay. See, it means total cost is 70% of the selling price. Multiply by 100 divided by 7. So selling price should be 18,202.86. Okay. Selling price would be selling price. How to calculate selling price? 12,742 multiply by 100 divided by 70. If 30% is margin, it means that whatever the cost is, it is 70%. So how to calculate 100% out of 70%? 12,742 multiplied by 100 divided by 70. So we'll get 18 here. The selling price would be 18,202. So if we deduct 18,202 minus 12,742, it means profit is 5,460. 5,460. Simple. And we earn 5 marks. Having received a quotation from Andreas, the customer stated that he will commit to regularly monthly order of 100 of the special bicycles. If Andreas will offer a 10% discount on the quoted price and allow 2 months credit. Okay, if we accept the order, we can, yes, we can. If we accept the order, yes, we can increase our sales. But the thing is, you should remember 2 months credit means we will be having a big cash flow problem. Okay. So what next? Nothing. I think this is the end. End of it. Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you. See you with the next video, inshallah. With the financial accounting and cost accounting papers of A2, inshallah. So take care. Allah Hafiz. If you want any clarification, leave a comment. Okay. Take care. Allah Hafiz.